Hey Collective, I want to talk about today's message for you. One of them, at least. So, you have someone here who I feel like was, and I have some intuitive guidance on this, that this person was on top of the world when they had you, or when they maybe when you were together or something. They felt like they're ruling the world. Everything went in their favor, but the problem here is they didn't know what the power relied on, and that it was carried on this love. Oh, so it's like either this love was fueling them, giving them what they need to either feel like on top of the world, or maybe not just feel, but to actually, in reality, maybe like have it all, have everything go in their favor. But they were maybe egotistical or something like this, where they didn't acknowledge what the power was based on, relied upon, grown, or what was the foundation, what was the core, what was it. So they assumed that maybe this just because of them, or maybe they didn't acknowledge, they feared to acknowledge that this is about what you two have here, and because he was on such a high frequency here, because of love as a high frequency, he was getting many manifestations in their, everything was going their way. That's what I said. But then when you were gone, and they were no, because obviously they didn't do what they had to do, and they let you slip through their fingers, walk away, leave them. There was never anything true after and real, and nobody was honest with them after you were gone. And also they discovered that they didn't have a fortress, that it was built on sand, and it wasn't real, that's not how they didn't perceive the reality as it is. Maybe they weren't ready for ruling, but they were just put on this, and they said yes, but they didn't have a leg to stand. I'm hearing something like leg to stand on, or I'm not sure, something. They couldn't withhold this, or they, another here explanation and scenario is that being a ruler is very lonely here in general. So they understood that they don't want this because they are alone. But the problem is here that they're still alone. They're alone while they were ruling, and now that they've lost the kingdom. Maybe this suggests these people, maybe more people, feel alone. Whatever happens around them, they still feel alone. So either this person is someone who always feels alone, or because they don't let anyone come close to them, or they in their life now after you feel alone, and there was never anything real after you were gone. Maybe the cards were gonna tell us maybe this is someone who did something to destroy this relationship. Let me see. They couldn't see that you were not saint, but something like a real, truthful person. They were blind for this. They blocked their vision, probably because they feared of how big this is. Yeah, this was self-sabotaging, meaning self-preservation. I say that, yeah, they couldn't see. They were like in a cave, or it's self-preservation, where we build these defense mechanisms, styles, whatever, systems to protect ourselves from repeating the cycles that were very unpleasant and put us into difficult position in the past. So then we find ways to make this not happen again, and the problem arises when we need to achieve something, and this pattern is now blocking. So that's the now, because this person, for example, wanted to achieve to get love in their life and get a stable, loving relationship, but these patterns they had were blocking them, and they didn't overcome them. Let's see. Maybe that's how they lost their ruling. They lost their kingdom, and they were maybe egotistical. They didn't want to see things for how they are, because they are very hooked to control. Here, they need to be in control all the time, so they don't even want to see when things are pointing that they may not having the right control here. They're like, oh, no, this is not the truth. They don't want to see what's happening around them. That's what I'm getting here. Let's see, if this is someone from your past, they're looking at their options, or maybe you are looking at your options. Let me see. Your attention goes towards getting generational wealth here, but you have here in the background love, like something new, or new start, or something like this, or falling in love all over again. You're heartbroken concerning this commitment or family or something around these lines, and maybe that's why you are focused on generational wealth. And maybe this person that we've seen here is someone who put you in this like put you into different mode, like shift you, that's what I want to say, shifted you, helped you shift, because you have to be strong here. You're loving, but this person was in a way deceitful or strategizing, lying, maybe cheating, doing something. They didn't want to acknowledge your love. Instead of accepting your offer, they were indifferent towards it. They were like, like they wanted to decrease the importance of this. They wanted to move it down from the pedestal, and like for them to have control here, they wanted you and this love to have less control, because they could have been lost in it. They saw themselves being lost in it. So seeing like you could have all the power here just because you're holder of this love. You're the not a subject, you were the, not a symbol, you were the representative of this love. And like they may have been attacked, maybe they attacked you in a way. They were attacking you because you were a threat to their sense of control here, because you were the representative of love. Maybe this is the narrative. This is, let's see a little more. And they didn't want to show you how they really felt. So you were loving and showing them love and wanted to love them, but they didn't want to show it back, or they didn't want to acknowledge it. Maybe something like this. Let me see. They are someone who's blocked from intuition in a way. I'm sensing maybe not seeing, maybe not blocked from the intuition, but not seeing things for how they are, which is their pattern, and that's how they lost the kingdom, by refusing to open their eyes, by sleeping on the job. They had a rising authority, but they were lacking the partnership part, the collaboration. So they were reluctant to be collaborator here, and they were in and out in this. They were like a little collaboration, then not. So it was like push and pull, and it was like one step forward, one step back. This could have been stability. There was a rise in authority here. That's what I'm saying. But I think everything was lost. Maybe because they weren't truthful. Maybe they would like to be truthful now. Maybe they would like to offer some truth here and a new pathway in love, like this person probably, I think they want to come in. I think that maybe they acknowledge that nothing after you was real. And they would like, I'm not sure if this person is basing on anything here on some solid ground, because I don't see anything from you here. It's all them in their head and their. I mean, I do see you, but like not focused on this at all. Not even focused on love, maybe, but not on them. Like they're just. This is about them reminiscing about their life and it's like they would like to offer clarity now. It feels like this is something that's maybe a long awaited, but now it's like it's too late. It's the tables have been turned here in a way. I think. But I don't know if this person maybe is feeling this. They I think that you let them go here. I don't know if this person what I'm associated here. The association for me here is that they do not see you at all. It's like all in their world. Let me see. I have a hard card that I'm trying to get a clarification for here. You here are working, you have been working on yourself or are working a lot, and you are focused on your successes here, looking at what you have done here and your good fortune here. Maybe you're a different person than you were when you were with this person. You were lovers here, but I think that they left you abandoned here. Maybe they like left you in the cold, as they say, or they made you feel abandoned. Maybe they triggered some of your wounds here. I just feel like you're here indifferent in a way, and that you're like happy in your maybe world, or I think that you're gonna have some kind of a new beginning here, new project, new offer that's gonna be that you're gonna be happy with here. I'm not sure what this is about. And because I'm not sure if it has anything to do with this person. I don't see a link here. Let's see a little more. I hope some of these messages helped you in a way. I hear a song from Coldplay, and that's the whole thing that started this thing. I used to rule the world. It's Viva la Vida by Coldplay. People couldn't believe what had become. Like maybe the community around them saw them in their glow, but they didn't know that maybe it was thanks to you. Let me see. It's like this person wants to take a leap of faith here to communicate. No. They want to take a risk here to communicate with you. They want to come in. like not like a wind, but I don't know. I don't think you know about this at all because you're not focused on them. I'm something like this. Maybe you're independent. You're in your own world. It's like this person is living in their own bubble or something. I've seen Two of Pentacles here a few times, maybe signalizing that this person, I had this hit, intuitive hit and hint, whatever, that maybe this person was juggler in this relationship, and maybe this is suggesting that they still are. They just don't like that they lost their ruling or something. I don't really know if this person understands things here. I think they betrayed you here. They feel a little... I'm having trouble understanding. Let me see. There's a power couple here that's wish fulfillment, which is wish fulfillment, and 10 of Cups here. And it's like there's another person here. I'm not sure. You were a match, but then they included another person here. Maybe they left you for someone else. Maybe they were... Maybe when they were supposed to commit, they skedaddled, I'm hearing. Left you wounded. You're fighting, you're strong. This didn't break you. It just, you had inflict... Yes, you're stable here. Marriage material. Maybe this is gonna come as a shock. I'm not sure if this person is like married and they feel alone, or but they obviously do. They maybe they've chosen someone else here, but that's self-betrayal here. It's like they want to rush in and tell you that they changed their perspective. But these are all knights here. They are not a king. They are someone who's like wants to be a king. They got on a position of a king. Obviously you put them there, but they didn't have a leg to stand on. I'm not sure if I'm using the right phrase here. Saying whatever. It's like they were... It's like they don't have what it takes here. They would like to offer love. They would like to give a stable offer here. They want to rush in. They will communicate about how they... Oh my God, but this is... I don't think this is a match now. Maybe it was in the past, but you have progressed here. You were working on yourself. I'm not sure that they have worked on themselves here. We can ask, or we will maybe get it, but I'm not convinced here. Maybe this is someone way back, someone from your past, but not recent past. Because I don't see a link here at all. Maybe they were a taker here. I mean, the cards are suggesting this. Maybe you are a power couple, but now you're a mismatch. The cards are saying, maybe you don't want to talk. Let me take a few cards to tell you, to wrap this up, to tell you about the nature of this connection. Maybe they disappeared from your life right when things were about to stabilize or something. Maybe they dropped burdens on you here. A lot of things. I feel some kind of a decreased level of energy, like not depressed, but like I'm sucked out. I don't know, sucked out. Something got sucked out of me, or maybe I'm not sure. Maybe they were siphoning your energy. This is not divine love. Yeah, they didn't see, they didn't want to acknowledge your purity here. Patience is not necessary, not needed here. You shouldn't be patient here at all, because they seem selfish here, and some of these cards say it. Yeah, this is a past person who breadcrumbed you. Very arrogant. Yeah. What I sense here, that someone like, this is ego, so they were like high on this ruling. They wanted to be the king, but they are clueless here because they didn't see that their castle is built on sand here. So they are like, no, just full of themselves, but without real foundation here. Let's see if you have potential here for new. Yeah, a lot of attraction here. Maybe you have a destined partner coming in here, somebody else maybe. Yeah, this person wants to reconcile. Maybe they acknowledge that this is true love now. Oh my god. Let's see. I know Saint Peter will call my name. So they know that they're what they did, and Saint Peter won't call their name. They're not gonna be spared here. Maybe they're watching you somehow. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, what you want, but just if you didn't know this, because you seem like you're clueless here a bit, I don't know, or you're not interested. So if you if this is something that rings any bells for you, then take it and see what you can do with it. If this person comes in, because they will, I see the communication here, and it's gonna come fast. You're not waiting, but this won't happen. This will happen very quickly. What I'm trying to say here. So just stay aware that I'm not really a fan of this energy. So, but you're gonna see. You're probably intuitive here. And let me know what happens.